Have you ever wished you could visit another world? No, not a fairy tale one, but a real world where color is so abundant that it feels like you're walking through a rainbow. Maybe a world where all the buildings were painted every shade of a giant box of crayons? Well, keep watching, because that's exactly where we're headed today. You see, there are thousands of cities out there that are just bursting with color. Some have the kind of color that just paints every house on the block a different hue. Others look like the street was dyed, and it's actually pretty amazing how much more beautiful a place can be when you give it a little dip in the rainbow. Are you ready to leave the old, boring black and white behind and brighten your day up a bit? Subscribe and prepare to see these 10 most colorful places on Earth. Hidden away in the heart of Mexico, Guanajuato is like a burst of color come to life. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this city is a mix of history, culture, and a rainbow of colors that brings out a feeling of warmth, charm, and richness. Let's take a walk down its cute, twisty streets, lovely squares, and see buildings painted in colors from bright, sunny yellows to deep, romantic reds. Guanajuato is a treat for your eyes and soul. As you wander around this enchanting city, it's like being in a living museum, with each corner sharing stories from the past. The city's past, deeply connected to silver mining, brought it wealth and beauty, shaping its buildings and cultural atmosphere. The beautiful Teatro Juarez, with its classic beauty, invites you to step back in time and dive into the city's artistic heart. What really makes Guanajuato shine, though, is how it mixes its rich history with today's lively beat. You'll hear local mariachi music, see artists and craftsmen at work, and smell delicious Mexican food everywhere. The University of Guanajuato adds a young, energetic feel, with students bringing life to the cafes and streets, making the cities feel alive and buzzing. One of the coolest things about Guanajuato is its network of underground tunnels, originally made to manage floods but now used as roads. This secret underground adds a touch of mystery and excitement to the city. Above ground, you can roam through colorful lanes and climb up steep steps to find amazing views that show off the city's colorful beauty from above. Guanajuato celebrates the joy of life. It invites you to slow down, enjoy the moment, and let its colors wrap around you, leaving you with memories as vivid and lasting as the city itself. Next up, we're heading over to Cape Town, South Africa. And guys, you've gotta check out this place called Boca. It's literally like walking into a rainbow in the middle of this gorgeous city, with Table Mountain just chilling in the background. Boca, right? It's got this super interesting history. It used to be called the Malay Quarter, and it's where people who were brought over as slaves from Southeast Asia ended up living. And let me tell you, they've kept their culture alive and kicking through everything, from the super bright houses to the amazing smells of spices in the air and the music that just makes you want to dance. Walking around Bocab is like having your senses get this amazing workout. Every house pops with colors like pink, blue, green, and yellow. It's like everyone's saying, "We're here, we're proud, and we're free." These colors aren't just for show, but a story of their liberation from a really tough past, celebrating freedom and taking back their neighborhood. But Bocab isn't just stuck in the past. It's so alive right now. The streets are full of energy, from people being called to pray to tourists just soaking it all in. And the Cape Malay food is to die for. It's a mix of flavors that tells the story of the people here. And you haven't really experienced Bocab until you've tried dishes like Boboti or Cook Sisters. It's like tasting a piece of the place's history and culture in every bite. So, moving from the sunny charm of Italy and South Africa, let's head over to Salvador, Brazil, right into the heart of this super cool spot called Pelourinho, or Pelo as the locals love to call it. Can you even imagine strolling through these streets? These bright colors? These old colonial buildings? And yes, the actual cobblestone streets are under your feet. It feels like stepping right into a live celebration of culture, history, and this incredible sense of resilience. Pelourinho is absolutely adorable with its cute pastel buildings and those grand old churches peeking through the narrow streets. It's like you're literally walking through a postcard, but so much more to it. The name Pelourinho actually means whipping post, and that's a pretty dark reflection of its history as one of the first slave trade hubs in Brazil. Fast forward to now, and it is an absolutely fierce hymn to strength, to survive, where Afro-Brazilian culture is not only alive, but turning all the way up in art and dance and music. You can't help but fall in love with the vibe here. The air is filled with the beats of Alodum drums, setting the perfect soundtrack for your exploration. Then there are these capoeira performers who blend fight moves with dance in the most mesmerizing way, telling tales of resistance and freedom. Pop into an art gallery or a workshop and you'll see the talent of local artists. And the food? Oh, you've got to try the Bahian cuisine. It's a flavor explosion. Come nighttime, Pelourinho just gets even more enchanting. The historic buildings light up, setting this dreamy stage for live music that just draws you in. It's this magical mix of past and present, a place brimming with discoveries and the warm spirit of Salvador's people. Pelourinho is way more than a travel stop. It's a whole vibe. It's where every color, sound, and taste weave together stories of survival and happiness. The adventure into Brazilian culture might be your ticket here, but you'll go away with so much more. A feel for Salvador's heartbeat, an understanding of amazing people, and a love for a part of a dazzling world that's waiting to be discovered. It's an experience you won't forget. Now let's head over to a place that's going to capture your heart, Willemstad, Curaçao. This is a city that feels like a giant box of crayons got spilled everywhere, lighting up the buildings in every color you can think of. Walking around Willemstad is like wandering through a place where the sun always shines and everything is vibrant and full of life. The city has two main areas, Punta and Otro Banda. Think of them as the two flavors of your favorite ice cream, different but equally delightful. They're connected by the Queen Emma Bridge, a cool floating bridge that offers stunning views of the ocean sparkling under the sun and the colorful facades that make the cityscape look like a painting. Punta is the spot where everything happens. It's filled with markets that sell almost everything under the sun, cute little shops, and the Handelscade waterfront. Oh, Handelscade is a treat for the eyes. It's this line of brightly colored buildings right by the water, looking so pretty you'd want to keep staring. It's totally Instagram-worthy. Otro Banda got a different vibe. It's like sneaking behind the scenes, where the streets weave a labyrinth that guides you to some amazing murals and the kind of cafes where you can kick back and feel right at home. It's more laid back here, yet it's just as welcoming, sharing a glimpse of the city's chill side. What's totally captivating about Willemstad is its blend of cultures. It's pretty cool to hear different languages around you and see how traditions from all over have mingled, influencing the music, the celebrations, and the food! Seriously, the food scene is like hopping on a flavor roller coaster, zipping you across the globe without ever needing to pack your bags. And if you ever want to wander off into nature, Willemstad is your gateway to Curaçao's outdoor wonders. You'll see the beauty of the beaches where the water is so clear you'd think it's glass, all just a stone's throw from the city. Perfect for sea lovers or anyone who's into lounging under the sun with a good book. Spending time in Willemstad is about those small, unforgettable experiences. It's where you get to see how diversity creates something beautiful, where adventures await around every corner, and where the warmth of the community makes you feel like you belong. For anyone drawn to places that pulse with life, are open-hearted, and endlessly colorful, Willemstad is a spot you don't want to miss. Let's take a trip to Buenos Aires and visit La Boca, a neighborhood that absolutely loves its tango and sparkles with so many colors. It's like walking into a rainbow. Every corner, every building here has a story to share. La Boca is totally charming with its colorful houses and street artists creating beautiful scenes right there on the sidewalk. It's like they're showing off what makes this place so special with every piece of art. This area is super proud of its roots, especially the Italian immigrants who started the whole trend of painting houses in bright, happy colors. Originally, they used whatever paint was left from the shipyards, but now it's all about showing off their community vibe. Walking around, you feel like you've stepped into a world of creativity and strength, and it's all about welcoming you to discover every little street and join in on the adventure. Then there's Caminito, the heart and soul of La Boca. It's basically an outdoor gallery with these cute corrugated iron houses all decked out in colors, tango dancers moving to the music, local craftspeople showing their work, and cafes where you can try some yummy Argentine snacks. Caminito lets you peek into Buenos Aires' heart, blending the old with the new in such a cool way. But hey, La Boca's got so much more than just pretty sights. It's alive, buzzing from the energy of Boca Juniors football fans at the Bombonera to the craft markets full of unique finds. This place has seen its share of ups and downs, but still shines bright, kind of like the tango tunes that you can hear all around. It's a neighborhood that's all about passion, resilience, and keeping the spirit alive. Get ready to be swept off your feet because we're heading over to the absolutely breathtaking city of Chefchaoue in Morocco. Tucked away in the Rif Mountains, this place is literally a dream painted in every shade of blue you can think of, earning it the nickname the Blue Pearl. It's like stepping into a calm, blue paradise that just soothes your soul. And guess what? People have all sorts of stories about why the walls are blue. Some say it's to keep the mosquitoes away, others think it's all about reflecting the sky in heaven. Whatever the real story, it's undeniably stunning and makes Chefchaoue a slice of tranquility. Walking through Chefchaoue feels like floating on a cloud, with each tiny alley and door drawing you deeper into this captivating blue paradise. The Old Town is a charming network of stone-paved streets, painted in shades of blue and sprinkled with vibrant market stalls. Here, you can discover traditional Moroccan treasures, the most aromatic spices, and beautiful fabrics. Chefchaoue invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and truly absorb its stunning surroundings. The vibe is all about relaxation, reflected in the friendly and welcoming nature of the locals. This city offers a wonderful break from the hustle and bustle, a chance to embrace a more relaxed way of living and appreciate the simple, breathtaking beauty around us. Believe me, it's an experience that lingers with you. Let us take a quick boat trip from Venice and you'll find yourself in Burano, a place that looks like it's straight out of a bright and colorful dream. This island is famous for two things: its super colorful houses and its amazing lace. Why are the houses so bright? Well, it all started with the fishermen who lived here. They painted their homes in bright colors so they could easily spot them from far away on the sea. This smart idea turned Burano into one of the most colorful places you can find. But there's more to Burano than just its colors. The island is also known for making some of the best lace in the world. If you visit the Lace Museum, you'll see how incredible this craft is. Walking around, the bright houses really stand out, showing off the island's rich culture. Burano has a strong sense of community. The people here hold on to their traditions and are super welcoming to visitors. The food is great too. The local restaurants serve fresh seafood that's as good as the views. Burano brings together art, history, and community in a really vibrant way. Let us take you on a little tour of Nyhavn in Copenhagen. This picturesque waterfront, canal, and entertainment district is a real spectacle and feels like something out of your favorite fairy tale. Colorful 17th and 18th century townhouses, historical wooden ships, and a lively atmosphere make for a place where the charm of old Denmark is mixed with the buzz of modern life. What was once a busy commercial port where ships from around the world would dock is now teeming with local culture and history. As you walk by the canal, it's like a rainbow of buildings reflecting on the water, so gorgeous it feels like you've wandered onto a painting. Each house with its shades of blues, yellows, and reds has tales to tell of sailors, artists, and authors from way back when. Even Hans Christian Andersen called this place home for a while. It's like you can feel the whispers of past adventures and stories around every corner. Nyhavn is filled with people enjoying the outdoor cafes, restaurants, and bars that line the waterfront. Here, you can taste traditional Danish cuisine, enjoy a cold Danish beer, or simply bask in the lively atmosphere that makes Nyhavn the heart of Copenhagen's social life. Whether it's the middle of summer with the sun shining until late in the evening, or the cozy winter months when the Christmas markets light up the harbor, Nyhavn has a unique charm that captivates everyone who visits. And there's more to Nyhavn than just its looks and vibe. It's your starting point to see more of Copenhagen, with boat tours ready to show you around the city's canals. As you float along, you get to see the city from a different angle, learning about its history, architecture, and how it's grown while keeping its historic charm. Let me tell you about this absolutely adorable place right on Canada's eastern edge, St. John's, Newfoundland. Walking down the streets there, you're greeted by an explosion of colors. That's Jelly Bean Row for you, where the Victorian houses are decked out in all the colors of the rainbow. And you know what? They chose those bright hues for a couple of super smart reasons, and that is to help ships find their way home and to bring a bit of cheer during those endless snowy winters. Talking about St. John's, it feels like you've just stepped into a huge, warm hug. You arrive to find a city that already feels like family. Everyone is so amicable and there's a real sense of connectivity. It feels like wherever you go, music, art, theater, it's all about coming together. Wandering around St. John's is like opening a treasure chest of surprises. From adorable cafes serving the most delicious local bites to historical spots that weave the tale of the city's connection to the sea, there's always something that'll catch your eye. And for those who love a little bit of adventure, you can go hiking or just explore the outer coves. The natural beauty around St. John's is just too much to take in. It's a delicate but perfect blend of pure beauty and the kindest and most welcoming hosts you could hope for anywhere in the world. Our colorful journey concludes in Valparaíso, Chile, a city that clings to the hills overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It's a city where the old and new blend perfectly, with ancient buildings becoming canvases for vibrant street art that brings the city to life. The hills are scattered with homes painted in every color imaginable, forming a stunning scene that's unique to Valparaíso. But the soul of the city's color story comes through its street art here. Artists from all over the world have painted these walls, sharing stories of struggle, of love, of hope. Riding the funiculars up the steep hills offers an incredible view of this artistic wonder. But the energy of the city is its culture, drawing poets, musicians, and artists to its bohemian energy and amazing views. Its history as a crucial port for ships sailing between the Atlantic and Pacific has brought a mix of influences, making it a melting pot of cultures in the most enchanting way.